For this Halloween, I'm gonna engulf my head in flames and become Ghostrider. This video is sponsored by KiwiCo, the fun and easy way to learn how to make projects at home. You know, there's three things I love in this life: fire, motorcycles, and NIC CAGE. Put them all together and you get Ghostrider. So I've already got this awesome skull helmet, got some gasoline, and a lighter. Pretty simple, right? Now, before I engulf my head in flames, I think some testing is in order. To make an authentic Ghostrider helmet, we need lots of fire, which means we're gonna have to test a few different fuel sources and a few different ways of attaching that fuel source to the head. So, step one, let's try a sponge. You see, the sponge can soak up this lighter fluid and hopefully stay lit for a very long time. That's pretty good. Nice big orange flame. If we had a few more sponges, we could really engulf the entire head, and he's not even melting. Now, if the lighter fluid drips onto the head, I think we might have an issue. All right, next head. That's not gonna work. What if we did a cotton rag or something? Ooh, that looks like a flaming head. But the real question is, how is the head doing underneath the cotton? And the answer is not good. Oh God. Next, let's try a different method of fire. A match. Stick that in there, and then get some hairspray. And the head is gone. Welcome to my magic show. Burning hairspray is probably bad for the environment, and as you saw, the head is gone. So I think it's time we try something different. How about some propane? I think that was probably the biggest flame we got, and would probably be best for the Ghostrider helmet. But we still haven't solved the whole issue of my head lighting on fire. What if we get a head and we give it a little fireproof bonnet? All right, so we got lots of fire, lots of flame, and he's fine. He's fine. Just don't look at the back of his head. We still need to make it a bit safer because I don't want to lose my hair. What we can actually do is we can get fireproof balaclavas. Basically, between that and wearing a helmet and having the fire shooting away from the helmet, I should be perfectly fine on the inside. At least that's a plan. Let's get started. All right, we've got this awesome skull helmet, and we know we want to use propane. The question is, how are we going to deliver the propane to the helmet without burning my head? And the answer is copper tubing. So, if you guys saw our lightsaber build, we actually did a steampunk-style lightsaber using a whole bunch of copper tubing and brass fittings, and it looked awesome, and I kind of want to do that again for this project. So, let's get started. Just got to cut this up and drill some holes. All right, there's one done. Now we just have another 247 holes to go. All right, that took forever, but now we can assemble it. That might look a bit weird, but when we put it on the helmet, how's that for a fire helmet? Do I have to light it every time with my lighter, or can we build in our very own ignition system? Well, we happen to have these high voltage taser modules, so that's actually about 10,000 volts right there, and it's making a really nice arc of plasma. If I hold this on and turn on the gas, perfect. Lights every time. Engineering is awesome, but it can be kind of daunting to learn by yourself, and it's hard to know where to start. That's where our favorite sponsor called KiwiCo comes in. KiwiCo helps inspire kids to see themselves as makers, engineering and creating their own innovative designs and outcomes. They provide monthly crates designed by experts that include all the supplies and instructions to build a project from start to finish. It's a great resource for learning at home. Plus, the included instructions and magazines have tons of extra content to take learning to the next level. With 8 styles of kits available for every age range possible, you'll find one that matches your kids' abilities, ensuring success, confidence, and education. Plus, they're giving our fans 50% off using our link below. Now, I don't have kids myself, but I can guarantee without a doubt, this is one of the best ways you can nurture your kids' interest in making and keep it educational. Plus, it's a great way to work on projects with your kids. It can be a great bonding experience and something you can do after watching some Hacksmith videos. Click the link in the description below and visit kiwico.com/hacksmith50 to use my offer code hacksmith50 for 50% off your first monthly crate. Big thank you to KiwiCo for sponsoring this video. So lighting a chain on fire is easy. But keeping a chain on fire while swinging around, that's the hard part. Luckily, at Hacksmith Industries, we have no shortage of flammable fuel sources. Let's see what works the best. All right, the most obvious solution is gasoline. But you know what? Gasoline is actually pretty dangerous, so we're not gonna use this. Next up, we've got diesel, which is actually a bit safer than gasoline. Let's pour some out. And we got nothing. That's because diesel actually isn't that flammable. Let's try the mechanic's best friend, WD-40. Guess not. This is proving a lot more difficult than I thought. I think what we actually need to do is add a wick to our chain so it can actually absorb the gas and continue to burn. So I prepared a chain with a Kevlar rope built into it. Kevlar is great because it has a very high heat resistance and it can also absorb the fuel. So let's try that out. How about some ethanol? Huh. Well, it's on fire, but you can almost barely see it. How about some acetone? Not bad. Premium grade yellow ABS cement. It's definitely burning, and it goes out right away. How about an obvious one? Lighter fluid. That goes out surprisingly quick. Now what about hand sanitizer? It's sticky, it's gel, it might actually just work perfectly. It's not very vibrant. It's even more effective at killing germs when it's on fire. Next up, we got lacquer thinner. Woo! That works pretty good. Let's try some good old-fashioned camp fuel. If this doesn't light the chain on fire, I don't know what will. We have sustained fire. All right, I think that's gonna work. We're using a wick, so why not try lamp oil? That's working pretty good. Let's see if we can actually move it around. Not bad. All right, I think we've tested every single flammable substance we have here at Hacksmith Industries. And out of all those, I think the camp fuel and lamp oil were probably the best. So we might actually use a mixture of that for our ghostrider chain. The helmet's finished and it's ready for final testing, but I'm kind of nervous about putting it on my head, so I've enlisted a test pilot, Mr. Mannequin. Let's try it out. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. Let me see what I can do. Ah! All right, so that was a bit much, so I split the difference and I think we have a perfect flame now. Look at this. But the real test is, can it work while it's in motion? No! That's amazing.
I get weird.
Coming down. Got him. Ah! No. All right, this has got to be one of my favorite projects. I know I say that all the time, but I'm freaking on fire. Best Halloween ever. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button and the notification bell. We got more awesome projects just like this one. And don't forget to check out kiwico.com/hacksmith50.